Hello, welcome to this episode of Hypnotist Bernie's Exposition. Sorry, just checking the mic is on. Hello, welcome to this episode of Hypnotist Bernie's Exposition. Joining us tonight, once again, is Lilith. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great.
Yeah,
How are you?
Lilith has been here the last time. She was a regular guest for like our early years, and the last time you were here was like '08,
Yeah,
'07. Yeah,
something like that, like 10 years ago.
10 years ago. Yeah.
Hard to believe.
Hard to believe. All right, there we go. Yeah, so how have you
Need
been
your
doing?
coffee cup in there.
Oh, no, I need to be drinking this, but I can't show you where I got it from. Yeah. Oh no, they do it in like like
Yeah, but
David
it's
Letterman.
distracting.
Yeah,
You
it's
don't
all
need
good.
that.
Yeah, no. We'll keep it there. The information bar there shuts it off.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you see that little white strip there?
Oh, yeah.
That's where they display the information. So all the people can see at home is that cap right there. How are you doing? So it's been 10 years. What have you been up to?
Well, a lot's been going on. I've traveled a whole bunch. I've done a couple of really big tours with my band, Sorrow Seed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
and that included like pretty much most of the US, and we also did some small Canada tours as well.
Oh, yeah.
A few cities in Canada. So we love
Which part of Canada did you go to?
Montreal, and
Nice.
also a smaller town called Iberville near Montreal,
Nice.
and we did Vancouver this past
Oh,
year.
okay.
Yeah,
Nice,
so we've
nice.
done
Vancouver
a few
is nice.
Canadian cities, and Vancouver was probably our favorite.
Yeah, yeah, nice food. Yeah,
Beautiful too.
yeah.
So relaxing with all of the trees
Yeah,
and
that's
and
true. It's
everything.
just a much more like a spiritual place.
Yeah, it's just
Montreal is very
it's
commercial.
very kind of like serene to drive around in, because it's a big city like here,
Right.
but you've got water and mountains and
Right.
trees in your landscape, so it's very tranquil, and
Oh, yeah.
I wish we had something like that here, but
Yeah. Yeah, so what else have you been up to for like 10 years? It has to be more than just free tours, right?
yeah, I mean, mostly the band keeps me pretty busy. I mean,
Okay.
we've put out 3 albums.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, we're starting to work on a 4th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've done a lot of different modeling stuff. I've been on a bunch of different runways in different countries. A couple of years ago, I did fashion shows in Berlin.
Okay, oh, wow. Nice,
Um,
nice.
Where else? London,
Nice,
Montreal.
nice.
And I also did some freelance modeling in Italy and Ireland
Oh, wow, you've
and
been all over.
Iceland.
Oh, Iceland, that's
Yeah,
nice. Yeah,
it was really pretty there.
yeah.
So there's been a lot of good adventures.
Did you go to the Blue Lagoon?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
The Blue Lagoon was awesome, and it was really interesting because as you know, it's a natural hot spring.
Right, right.
So
yeah.
it's really hot
Are there a
there.
lot of big guys there?
A lot of what?
Big guys?
There was
I've been
people
told
of
that
all
like
different kinds.
Icelanders are like bigger.
Really?
Yeah, especially Icelandic man.
Yeah, they're kind of like Viking-esque. So I
They
didn't
also
really
have like a
notice that.
bodybuilding culture in Iceland. Something like
Really?
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Or maybe it was just that Vice documentary I saw.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Blue Lagoon was awesome. You got the really hot water, and it's super
Nice.
relaxing, but it's also cold there. So when I
That's
went,
true, yeah.
it was like hailing.
Oh,
So from here up,
really?
it was like, we were getting like hailed
Oh,
on,
wow.
but from here down,
That's
it
very
was like
nice, yeah.
really hot, 100 degrees.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it was cool.
So, it's been 10. So, what would you like to work on today? So, compared to 10 years ago, like, how do you feel these days compared to the last time you were on here?
There's definitely a lot more going on in my life now. Like, I have a lot of different things to kind of do, like, all at once, because I don't have like a regular 9-to-5 job. I have a bunch of smaller jobs. So my schedule is kind of going like this all the time, and it's all over the place. And,
Okay.
you know, sometimes if I get offers for gigs and stuff, it's usually like, hey, you know, like there's this great show coming up this weekend, and, you know, we'd like to pay you like $200 to be part of it. And I'm like, oh, well, let me see if I can juggle my schedule, because I've already got something this day, but I want to take this gig. So it's all, it's very, and traveling is very kind of uprooting.
Right.
It's hard to keep like your kind of routine
Right.
and schedule and things like that. So I really feel frazzled a lot, like up here. It's hard for me to concentrate and focus a lot of the time on getting the things done that I need to. And also now that it's winter, it's like the days are getting really short and it's getting really dark early, so it's like it's kind of it's kind of killing some of my motivation. It's
Oh, yeah.
like harder to get up and get going sometimes in the daytime, and I've just been kind of like sluggish.
Okay.
So usually this time of year I can feel that kind of drag, you know. So
Time to go to Dubai or
yes,
or somewhere warm.
or
Yeah.
like the Caribbean or
Caribbean, yeah, then I'm sure there's gigs
Hawaii.
over there. Yeah.
Yeah. Usually in the winter I escape to Las Vegas
Well, that's
and
nice.
LA, so I can get work over there.
Go to
And
Australia.
Australia,
So
I have a
it's
couple of
always
friends
summer.
from
Yeah.
Australia,
Yeah, nice,
and
yeah.
they've been trying to get me to go for years,
Yeah.
but it's a very, very long, expensive plane ride over there. But I'd like to eventually.
Right. So
Australia's nice.
how do you feel that the different daylight hours is affecting your life?
Well, for me, it's just feels like it's harder to get things accomplished after like 4 p.m. because the sun sets at like 4:15 right now.
Okay.
So once the
It gets
sun
dark a lot
goes down,
earlier than that too.
yeah, it starts
Like
getting dark
officially,
like
it's that
3
it's-
o'clock
yeah,
or
it
so.
can start getting dark at
And
around
as soon
3.
as that starts happening, I get this feeling just kind of like, oh, all right, the darkness is setting in. And because, you know, like sunlight is sort of what keeps you energized throughout the day.
Okay.
And I'm kind of a late riser anyway. You know, I normally get up between like 9 and 10.
Okay.
So now it's like if I get up at 9 or 10, I've only got a few hours of daylight to do everything I need to do. And so it would be nice to have a different mindset and be able to sort of keep my focus past 4 p.m. because obviously, you know, I work beyond 4 p.m. and you know,
Okay.
life doesn't stop at 4
Right.
p.m. You gotta keep going till I usually have stuff to do till at least 9 or 10 at night. So I've gotta like kind of find a better way to focus on that and just sort of like find the motivation and just sort of have a more clear mind about things. I think I just feel kind of like mentally like all over the place right now.
Do you feel that you are how compared to like the longest day in summer? How do you see your life different, or how do you see your energy level different?
Well, in the summer I feel like, you know, it's like the day is endless and
Okay.
I have all this energy to do everything and anything is possible. You know, it's like the sky's the limit. Possibilities are endless. But at night it's almost like it sort of like shrinks your perception in a way. It feels like isolating in a way.
Right.
And just you know, it's hard to see. It's hard to sort of like right now it's 8 o'clock. It's like pitch
Right.
black. You know, in the summer
Right.
the sun would just be setting now.
Right.
So, you know, it just seems like a little more of a difficult environment, sort of a little harsher and tougher to get through, I feel like.
Do you have
And
anything?
the cold weather too. That's another thing.
That's true.
The cold
Yeah.
weather to me it's not inviting and it's not comfortable, so it's just kind of like, you know, I feel like I'm shrinking underneath
Oh, yeah.
my coat, you know, in
Have
the
you ever
cold.
tried to use like a daylight light bulb?
I do have one at
Okay.
home in my office, and that helps a lot.
How's that doing?
It helps a lot.
Do you sit in front of it stare at it,
Yeah.
or do you
No,
like
I
just
kind of
keep
just have
seeing
it like
Okay.
in front of me.
There's full spectrum lights.
It's almost like there's light coming in through the window next to me when I have
Okay,
that on.
nice, yeah.
So it helps me when I'm sitting at my computer and I have work to do. It helps me focus a little bit more because otherwise it just feels black like all around
Okay.
me, you know. So the light helps, yeah.
Um, let's pick one thing, right? Like one task that we can measure. How do you see? Okay, so first, just pick one thing that you feel is kind of like harder to do with less daylight time.
Um, Probably getting motivation in the morning to get up and
But you
go
wake up
through a whole day.
Oh yeah, what time do you wake up?
I usually wake up like 9 or 10.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's kind of early.
It's not bad, but like
It's better than me.
it's at this time of year, like November and December, it gets worse because it's like, I know that my time is really limited. So I always already wake up feeling like, okay, I've only got a few hours to do like
Right.
all the things, you know. I don't like driving at night, so it's like I gotta get my errands and all the stuff I need to drive to done like early. So yeah, it's just disruptive, I feel like, and it's not ideal.
And well, what was that one thing though that you think that you perform like sluggish or more
Um,
difficult in wintertime?
Sometimes just leaving the house once it
Okay.
starts to get dark, it's
So leaving the house. So compared to the summertime, how does it feel? So how do you feel leaving the house in the summertime? Just that action.
I feel like in the summertime I can leave whenever, any time of day. There's
Okay.
nothing sort of standing in my way like it being cold or it being dark. It's
Okay.
just kind of like it's a lot more freedom to, if it's like, oh, it's 7 o'clock, I want to go out to eat. I'm gonna go to a
Okay.
restaurant now.
I'm just checking the time. By the way.
But now it's like, oh no, it's 7 o'clock. It's all dark and like I don't want to go out. I'll just order takeout instead.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that sounds pretty nice.
Sometimes, but
Yeah.
that's not always the healthiest thing to do.
That's true.
No.
Yeah. And if everything works so perfectly, I have a magic wand today, and I can just tap you, and then things will be perfect. How would you see your day be different, or how would you see your life be different?
I would like to see more motivation and being able to have a little bit more clear focus with all the various tasks that I have to do all the time. There's a lot on my plate, so I try to stay organized and on a schedule with different things I have to do, but I can't always stick to it. So I'd like to be able to have a little more clarity, focus, and just energy to do that stuff. Keep track of it all and not
Do you have
have
hard time
the.
keeping track of your task?
Sometimes there's a lot of, like I said, I have a lot of different things to do. I have different emails to check and different jobs to do, and then it's like I have no time to have a personal life.
Yeah,
So
that's
I gotta like have a little bit of a personal life too. So juggling it all gets to be mentally tiring sometimes. And I think that that's a problem that you face more as an adult than, because back 10 years ago, life was a lot easier. It was kind of like, I just had a couple of things to do and it just didn't seem like as much. And now it's constantly like, I'm checking my calendar to see what's on it. I've got to read what's on my to-do list for that day. And, being an adult is really tiring.
Can't
So,
argue with that. Yeah. Um, Okay, so what we're about to do is hypnosis. You've never tried hypnosis before.
I've never even heard of it. No,
Never
wait,
heard of
where
it.
am I?
Yeah. So the last time you were here, we were talking about your past life experiences.
Yeah,
How
that
how
was
how did
fun.
that how did that did it help you with your life or
Uh, I don't know. I mean, it
have
was
gained any
cool.
perspective in your life?
Um, Maybe a little bit like my personality. I feel like it might have explained some things about my personality, but I didn't really feel any like long-term effects or anything. I just thought it was a fun experience.
Okay. But that's mostly what you were here for.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think at
back
that
in
time it was just more
'07, that
kind of
was like
like,
your thing at the time.
yeah, it
And
was more for fun.
and now you're much more practical.
Yes, now I'm like, all right, let's fix the things in here. I need focus and
Okay.
I need my brain to work right and and I gotta have energy and
All right.
motivation.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it's a big development.
Yeah, I've really grown up.
Yeah. Do you feel that? Do you feel
Sometimes.
like a grown up now?
In some ways. In some ways, I don't feel any different than I did in high school. And it's kind of hard to believe that I'm not in high school anymore.
Oh yeah.
Because that's how I feel in here a
Oh
lot. But I feel like up here, I've more developed into an adult now, and
yeah. Oh yeah.
with all the responsibilities of being an adult.
Oh yeah.
So,
Nice. All right. So what we're about to do is hypnosis. Could you uncross your legs?
mhm.
Okay. And hold out your hands like this. Do you have permission to touch you?
Mhm.
Okay. Take a deep breath in. Just let it out. Good. Now I want you to just focus all the attention on this pocket watch right here.
It's shiny.
It's okay. Yeah, just whatever emotions you feel. If you want to laugh, you can laugh. If you want to cough, you can cough. Just don't hold anything back. And just allow your mind and your unconscious mind to just release all the emotions and all the feelings. Or whatever thoughts that you have, just allow it to be expressed without any inhibition for now. I'm going to count backwards from 3 to 1. When I reach number 1, I want you to just close your eyes and let your mind drift. As soon as you close your eyes, you can allow your unconscious mind to open up and release all the things that has been holding you back. That's right, all the emotions, all the thoughts. You may or may not recognize what they are, but you can just let it open up and let it dissipate into the universe. As soon as you close your eyes, I want you to imagine yourself on a calm, quiet beach. You can feel the warm ray of the sun on your nose and on your eyelids and on your face and onto the center of your body. As soon as you close your eyes, 3, 2, 1, relax. Relax and sleep. That's right. Deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed. That's right. Just let go of all the tension that you've been holding on. That's right. If it is physical tension you're holding on, that's right. Just relax. Relax your joints. That's right. That's right. Just let it feel loose, limp, and heavy. That's right. You don't have to hold on to any tension in your joints. That's right. That's right. That's right. Doesn't that feel good?
Mhm.
Good. Whatever tension that you're holding on, And you may or may not be consciously holding on to it. But whatever tension that you feel right now in your joints, if you're not trying to hold on to it, then it must be an unconscious effort that you're holding on. You can just allow your unconscious mind to release that tension right now. You don't have to know what the tension is. You don't have to know how it got there. You don't have to articulate particularly what it means to you. It doesn't matter. Your unconscious mind knows, and it speaks its own language. But whatever tension that your unconscious mind is holding on, maybe in the past that tension has served you well. Maybe it has got you through a difficult time. Sometimes you use the negative emotions to help you get through a difficult point in your life. And that had helped you, but you no longer need to hold on to that anymore. That's right. And all those unconscious effort and unconscious negativity that you're holding on could be manifesting into your tension right now. But it's okay. You can just give thanks to all that emotion that helped you in the past, but you no longer need them anymore. Just use your unconscious mind to cleanse out all the clutter and all the tension that you're holding on. That's right. That's right. Doesn't that feel good? Just let it go now. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. That's right. That's right. It's okay. Just relax your shoulder. That's right. That's right. Just loose, limp. Just like your joints has disappeared. Just like your bones have melted. That's right. There we go. There we go. There we go. Good. Whatever the tension that you're holding on in your neck and your lower back, whatever negativity that you're holding on, or it could be something very positive, but right now it is causing you tension. It is taking up a lot of the room in your mind. And you don't need them right now. And just let it go, let it go, let it go. Just feel the ton of brake being lifted from your back. Just feel that weight being lifted from your shoulders, your joints, your legs. That's right. You can feel that, can't you? Just release it. Give it thanks because it has been a part of you. It made you who you are. But when you don't need it, you can just let it go. It's like when you're traveling with a backpack full of stuff that you don't need. Now is the time to unpack it and time to just let go of the things that you have been holding on and no longer needed. That's right. And you can just feel the spark of energy filling up all the emptiness that you've let go. Instead of this dark, heavy, dense kind of energy around you, you can just feel that brick being lifted, that weight being lifted. You can just feel your entire body feeling lighter and lighter and lighter. And just feel that dark energy being dissipated and filled up with light. That's right. That's right. Good. And with every breath that you take, you just feel yourself surrounded with this aura of white light and this cleansing energy that is flowing from the top of your head, streaming down like a happy, blissful river, continuously flowing all the way down your spine and your neck, onto every lymph node and every nerve, so your tips, your fingers, your legs, your knees, your toes. And just feel this white energy washing away all that is holding you back. That's right. Just let go now. Let go, let go, let go. Good. And this process will continue on and on long after our time is over here. It will continue going on and on and on long after all that is said and done here. And it will continue to be a part of you, always cleansing away the negativity and all that you're holding on. And replace that with happy, joy, and light. That's right. And just take this moment right now to enjoy this moment of lightness. Good. 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 And just feel so relaxed. That's right. Whatever tension that you're holding on in your jaw, that's right. You can just feel that, can't you? Feel the negativity. Whatever that is holding on, and let go now. And you can just feel the relaxation in your jaws and in your tongue, and even on the tip of your nose. That's right. Just let go completely now. Relaxing even more. Good. I want you to imagine yourself on a calm, quiet beach. The same beach that you were on as you were staring at the pocket watch as your eyes was closing. And you can just feel that warm ray of the sun on your forehead, your nose, your cheek, even your jaws and chin. And just feel this warm ray of the sun in the perfect spectrum, in the perfect color, washing through you right now. That's right. As this ray of warm sun is energizing your skin and penetrating into your organs, and through every fiber of your nerve, you can feel this warm ray of the sun throughout you. That's right. Now, a moment ago, we talked about how in the winter months, you were feeling a little bit off and maybe a little bit sluggish. Now, I want you to just first take any preconceived notion of winter and any preconceived notion of the cold and any preconceived notion of low sunlight, and just let it go, let it go, let it go. Those are just opinions of other people. And just allow yourself to feel this warmth and connection again to the sun, to lights, and to the environment. That's right. And let go of that part of you that feels that you need to be like this in the winter. Now I want you to imagine yourself looking at yourself, looking back at the summer Lilith that is full of joy and light and energy. It's always feeling that way, and that feeling of ready to go outside at any time ready to feel good at any time. Just feel this warm summer lights flowing through you long, long, long after this conversation is over. And just feel all the negativity and all the preconceived notions of winter being dissipated away. I want you to just step forward and merge into this summer Lilith. This summer Lilith that is full of joy and full of lights and full of energy, that is ready to tackle the world and take on all the errands and take on all the tasks that she is supposed to do. And just feel the two of you becoming one again. This new Lilith that is always in the summer mode, that is always being bathed in the sun, that is always have energy, that is always ready to do and go without a moment's notice. Good. Good. Brings so much joy, love, and delight. Now I'm going to count from 1 to 10. When I reach number 10, you come back to this room, you feel great. Feeling like you've just left for the last 12 hours. As soon as you open your eyes, you'll find yourself have the energy level of the summer Lilith, full of joy, light, and delight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a deep breath in. 6, 7, 8. Feeling fully optimistic, happy, and joy. 9. Whenever you're ready, 10.
I'm sleepy.
Sounds like you've let go of a lot of tension. Yeah. Well, our time is up for tonight. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah, join us next week on CCTV Channel 9, Cambridge. This is Hypnotist Bernie. All right, we're with Lilith here after the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Great. So tell us, how does it feel to go under hypnosis this time?
Very nice. It was very relaxing. I think more relaxing than last time.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Do you remember looking into the pocket watch as it swings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
So at the beginning,
it felt like I was in a movie, you know.
oh yeah, you were laughing in the beginning, and then
Yeah.
you kind of like relax into it. So how do you feel transitioning from kind of like
Oh, I feel
laughing
sleepy.
to like sleepy? Do you remember that transition?
Well, I was just sort of like focusing on your voice, and you know, you have a nice relaxing voice, so yeah, it was just it's interesting because when you're thinking all the time, you know, you're using your brain the whole time and it's doing a lot of different things, but when you listen to somebody else talk, you become passive, and suddenly you're not doing so much. You don't have to do any of the thinking because somebody else is doing it kind of for you, or
Okay.
you know, influencing how you should be thinking. So it's just sort of letting go of your own thought processes is relaxing, because it's like you're lifting something all day. It's like, you know, weightlifting. It's like a workout to use your brain all the time. And so when you're relaxing and somebody else is sort of guiding you through something, you can put the weights down for a little while. So even though it was like 20 minutes, it only felt like it was like a few minutes. It felt like, you know, maybe 5.
Okay.
And then I was really sleepy and like ready to go to sleep. So
Oh yeah.
so I'll probably sleep good tonight.
Do you as you recall do you recall twitching or like
Yeah,
your
I
nerve
could
jumping a
feel
little
it
bit?
was like spasming.
Okay.
It was kind of like
How
when you
does it
fall
feel?
asleep
Yeah.
and you get that little like
Okay.
jumpy thing.
How does it make you feel when you experience that? Like, just use your word, like twitching a little bit.
I mean, it was fine. It didn't.
Okay.
It was just sort of like.
Does it alarm you, or did it wake you up a little bit?
Maybe a little bit. It was just more like, oh, is this normal? But yeah, it was a little bit jarring, but it wasn't difficult to get back into the relaxed state afterwards.
Okay.
It was just like split second. So yeah, but it was good.
Yeah. So compared to like, do you remember like compare this experience to 10 years ago? How would you compare the two experiences?
I don't remember too much about, because it was so long ago, the time before, but I do think that I was able to get more into the relaxation this time. I think I was I knew what to expect this time too, like, because, you know, we've been through it a couple times, and before I didn't know what to expect, so I think back then my brain was still sort of processing what was going on and didn't fully let go.
Right.
But this time it was like, you know, the man knows what he's doing.
Right.
Just, you know, just go with the flow. So it was
Like,
good. I enjoyed
do you
it.
feel more relaxed this time? It looks like you're more into it this time.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel more relaxed, and hoping that your suggestions will stick. And I think that they were really good suggestions, and I could definitely feel, like when you were talking about the backpack,
Okay.
like lifting off the backpack, I noticed suddenly my shoulders like started to come up
Right.
a little bit, and it
Right.
was weird because it's like, you know, I wasn't really trying to do that, but
Right.
it was just the suggestion of lifting, feeling lighter, and suddenly my body responded to that.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't think last time it was less about, you know, me or my body or my mind letting go. It was more about kind of, you know, going back into a recall state.
Okay.
So it was a little more active, I think, last time, and this time was like totally passive.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
So it was good. I
So
enjoyed it.
would you recommend this to a friend?
Absolutely, and I'm
That's-
going to.
That's great.
Okay.
Let's get the handshake in the camera.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming.
Thank you so
Hopefully,
much for
we'll
having
see
me
you in
again.
a few weeks and tell us how you're doing.
Yes.
This is
absolutely.
Lilith, everybody.